Then the third one is voltage tolerance limit. So the voltage tolerance limit are all the voltage in the buses should be within the specified limit. So what is that limit? Mostly the voltage should be maintained with plus or minus 5% in industries, and it can go up to plus or minus 10% in the house. That is the distribution side. In the, what to say? We say that how apartment, house, and all the other small loads, small loads, there it can go up to plus or minus 10%. So the V min and V max should be within the tolerance limit. So these are all the inequality constraints. So there are three inequality constraints I told you, and there is one two equality constraints I have told you. The two equality are the sending and receiving voltage must be equal, and the generation load and the demand plus losses should be equal. Okay, these are the things. So now when my system is under normal, so what should I do? In the normal, my equality constraints and the inequality constraints both should be satisfied. And if any of this one is violated, then it is in danger. And you can see in alert also it is same. Then what is the difference between alert and normal? Alert and normal is, there is one difference, because in normal, when there is a, when it is violating the MVA rating, it is violating the rating, the inequality constraint, that is S rating, power rating, if it is violating, at that time, I will have one more transformer in parallel, which will support my system to run in normal condition. But in alert, that is not there. So you don't have a backup. You are running under a, you are in alert mode without any backup. That is why you call it as alert mode. So in alert, the system is still able to operate in its limit, but if there is any minor disturbance or high demand, this system will go to its emergency condition. It will go to its emergency condition, or within a second, within the next second, it will go to the extreme condition also. Okay. So usually you can see that one very important aspects I have just highlighted here. The very important aspect that enables us to understand the concepts are equality and inequality constraints. So in this equality and inequality constraints, we have to just maintain everything with the contingency. The contingency is nothing but n minus 1 contingency. So I have a transformer with 100 MVA. Let me just escape. Okay, now I just wanted to just tell you what is contingency. Okay. Yeah, here. So I have a transformer. I'm just drawing a sketch here. I have a transformer and another transformer, and each one is 1000 MVA. Each one is 1000 MVA, and I have a load of 1000 MVA. I have a load of 1000 MVA. Okay, I have a load of 1000 MVA. So it's 1000 MVA. And here also it's 1000 MVA. Okay, let us have 500 MVA load. Okay, then only it will be easy for me to explain the contingency. 500 MVA must be a capital MVA. MVA should be in capital always. Here also I just do it. Then MVA. So now, usually one transformer is on always, this transformer is on. This transformer is on always. And now it is, when this load is connected, this is not on. This is under off condition. How do you switch off? How do you switch it off? Usually you have a, we have a automatic transfer switch. When this transformer is on, when this transformer is on, this is on. So this is off. That is the condition. Okay. Both are not connected simultaneously. Okay. When there is an increase in the load, at that time we can just connect the transformer for equal load sharing. But now 1000 MVA is enough for me to handle this 500 MVA. So one transformer is in operation. I think I need more time for things. So here this transformer is now going for maintenance. Okay, this transformer is taken for maintenance, means I will close the switch and this 1000 MVA will continue to supply 500 MVA without any disturbance. This is n-1 contingency. Okay, so equally I have two number of transformers, and in the normal operation I'll be operating it with only one transformer. This is my n-1 contingency. And if there is no transformer here, then this load will not get power when it is under maintenance. Okay. And if I have 500 MVA here, 500 MVA here, this 500 MVA is not sufficient to run this 500 MVA. So I will be having another 500 MVA here, but I have to operate both the transformer, and this does not satisfy my contingency because both the transformer I have to run during normal operation itself. So that is not an n-1 contingency. Okay, so this is taking a system to alert condition. So if there any one transformer fails, then this 500 MVA is 100%, it is 100% loaded, and which is going to go to a emergency situation at any time, because this it is 100% loaded for 24/7 until this one is rectified. Until this transformer is rectified, it is going to run. At any time the heat might increase and it is in danger. So this is called as alert situation. But you see, the equality constraints are not violated yet, but it is an alert condition. Okay, is it understood? Yes. You can also just show thumbs up. No problem. Okay. So that is the difference between alert and normal. Okay. That n-1 contingency is not met. At the time we can go that we can say it is in an alert mode. So the key note is the time taken for the power system to transit from normal state to one in extreme state is only few seconds, but to bring back the power system to its normal state takes 2 to 3 days. Okay. So now we'll just come to our main part. The main is, so we'll just take the example as in India. Okay, in India, the renewable energy in renewable power reaches up to 40% or even more. Thus, the impact on the grid is highly significant. So in the past, only the load was variable and the demand side had to be met by control of a set of generation plants, but see, what I mean is, in the past, only the load was variable and the demand side had to be met by a control of set of generation plants. Okay, so when you just control the generating plants, then we can easily meet the demand. But today also there is a disruption in this generation side. How? The equation is more and more complex because we have renewable energy resources added and it is less well controllable. So, but today the generation side also we have lot of disturbances because we have duck curve in our solar system and the wind is not constant. So in generation, by nature, it is exhibiting disruption or a disturbances which makes our system more and more uncontrollable. Okay. The wind does not always blows when needed, and also the sun does not always shine when the power is needed. Therefore, new technology is urgently needed in order to build a bridge between the supply and the demand. How we are going to build it? And this bridge is nothing but a storage. This bridge is nothing but a storage. So in the near future, we will see more storage plant, a battery storage plant also. And if you are interested in electric cars, then I just wanted to tell you one more point. In every house, there will be electric battery in their car, and within 10 to 20 years, all the petrol cars are going to be replaced by electric car. Even you wish or don't wish, that is what going to happen. And there will be an ready-made inverter in every house, and you will be charging the battery in the morning, and you can just use it in the evening when there is a high demand. That is what is going to happen very soon. Okay. So keep that in mind. And now let us come to some kind of disturbances in our India. Okay. During two periods. Okay. The first thing is in 2012, I have taken the report and then I just kept it. Just a second. Here it is. So report on the grid disturbances on 30th July 2012 and grid disturbance on 31st July 2012. And I have given this PDF download link here. Okay, I'll just share this PPT also. You can just download it. So the grid disturbance on 31st and 30th and 31st July. So in all India demand met, in all India, where is the first? Okay, here is the first. So because due to rain, there was a underdrawing, means less amount of power was drawn. Okay. This situation led to a much skewed load generation balance among the regions, and a large quantum of power was flowing from the western grid to the northern grid directly as well as through the eastern grid, and the system was under stress. And briefly, the details of the disturbance are given for the 2 days below. And so the first day, the disturbance occurred in North India electric grid at 2.33 hours. Okay, 2.33 hours on 30th July, and leading to a blackout in nearly the entire northern region covering all the 8 states. Okay, the states of Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana. And this incident was just because the frequency before the incident was 49.68 hertz, which is reduced. So why this reduction in frequency? Because there was a very much quantum of power flowing. Okay, so all India demand met prior the incident was about 9970 megawatt. The demand being met in the north region was 38 megawatt. So the north region alone took 38,000 megawatt, which is 38 gigawatt. Okay. So because of that, what happened? We have a immediate disturbance in the north, the whole north. So the immediately after the disturbance, how they restore? Okay, how they restore? The restoration is here. The restoration is here. Okay, so the E violated, I satisfied. That is the inequality constraints are first satisfied. How they do that? How they do that is immediately after the disturbances, a startup supply was extended to the thermal power station and essential loads by taking assistance from the neighboring eastern and western grids. Hydro generation was self-started. Okay, that is the hydro generation power was self-started, and supply was extended to all emergency loads such as, so emergency loads alone. So what are the emergency loads? Railways, metros and airports, mostly about 8 hours. So it was 22.3 hours, and at the 8th hour, it has been supplied. But by 10, but is at 10 o'clock, 30th July 2012, nearly 40 of the load has been restored. Okay, covering the emergency loads alone. But again, in 13th hour, that is 1 o'clock, 31st July, again it was affected. The frequency at that time was 49.84 hertz. And this is because this 100 point, that is 10,500 megawatt, means 100 gigawatt, 100 gigawatt was the demand, and the new grid, it was able to only supply 73 gigawatts. So approximately 21 states and 1 union territory was affected by this grid disturbance. And again, they were trying to restore the power, and it was successful at 21. Okay, within 2 days, it was successful. So in 31st July 21.3, it was successful. So I just wanted you to go through this full report, which will enable you to understand how the grid is functioning. Okay, so this is how the grid has been cut. Okay, this is a normal profile, and here you have the grid profile. Apart from this, okay, we'll see what happened during a small during the COVID. Okay, during lockdown, the average demand was reduced about 30 gigawatt. What do you mean by 30 gigawatt reduction? So previously in the first slide, I told you what is our maximum demand. It was 220. In that 30% gigawatts was reduced. Okay, during COVID, due to lockdown, the average demand was reduced about by 30 gigawatt, and 138 gigawatt on 15th March compared to 109 gigawatt on 29th March, which is very, very less demand, and 31 gigawatt expected dip in demand in the light of event. So what is this light of event? Can anyone remember what is that light of event during the COVID? Yes. It was.
Yes, ma'am. Shadowing all those lights.
Yes. How many? For 9 minutes we have shut down. So for that, what was the penalty we paid? Here is that penalty. Okay.
No depreciation.
Yes. So this is the green is what we had a previous day. Okay, it was the previous day, and this red is the one April 5th, because I won't forget, because it was the day where our business head was born, and he was running a live video on that day. That also I have taken it. So this is the YouTube video. Okay. So it was a live video, Indian grid stability. I have just given the link also. I want everybody to go and watch this video. We have run a live here. Okay, this was run live 2 hours ago by Selva Kumar, the head of the. Okay, so here you have to go through this, but I'll tell you what has happened in our real scenario. Okay, so today within 10 minutes, I'll just talk about the real scenario that day, what happened. Okay. So sitting in a load dispatch center, I may not be able to predict how the demand is going to change the next minute or next second. There are many factors affecting the demand. First thing is temperature increases 1 degree. So what happened? The demand increases. The rain comes in any part of India, then the demand is disrupted. And if there is a one-day match between India and Pakistan, then not the demand. Okay, everybody sits at home, watch the TV, switch on all the appliances, and all of this impact on my load. Doing a load forecasting for peak load is perfectly all right, because I know what is my peak load. but I need to do a load forecasting to maintain the equality constraints every second as well. See, for the peak load, just a second. Okay, for a peak load, when you're doing load forecasting, it is really good. Okay, it is perfectly fine, but it is not enough. I need to do load forecasting to maintain the equality constraints every second as well. So now, for even a famous movie television is forecasted in your channel, then immediately there is a high demand. And I don't know what you are going to do during the festival holidays. Nobody knows how the demand changes because there is a festival holidays. I don't know. I have to do something. Okay, in order to accommodate what is beyond my control, I should have enough margin. Okay, so for that, I need what? I need enough margin. So I know precisely how much amount I need for celebrating a festival in my house. But also I know how much money I need to celebrate my kid's birthday. But you know one thing, for example, I'm telling, I don't know when they will take my kids to a school trip. For school trip, I need some, very good. It's a hard cash. These are unpredictable. And next day, if my next day there is, kindly just bear with me for one second. 1 second. Yes, disturbance eliminated. So now, and there is one more fact. For example, if I say, I don't know when my neighbor will buy a toy, okay? The next day I have to buy the same toy for my son also. It might be too costly or too cheap, whatever it might be. I need some hard cash